Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly readings. Their readings have been so deep and so powerful today. I think everybody's just on a different wavelength now. So this is the reading for the sign of Cancer. Cancer, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Please remember though that the readings are only general. They may not resonate with you, so make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart, your moon, your rising and or your ascendant. Very important because at the moment people's moons are resonating with them a lot more, and each of those gives out a different aspect of your personality. So it's very important you check those out if your sun reading doesn't resonate with you. And also remember that these readings flip-flop. Sometimes they can be the cross-watchers reading. So if you're dealing with a person, sometimes you've got your intuition on point here. So for some people here, some of you Cancers, you're really tuning into your own intuition now. Really understanding that intuition. Okay, that card may come up again. Let's have a look. Shuffling back in. Okay, I'm using the Golden Tarot here by Cat Black. Oh, loving it. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. The Leo reading was stunning. If you have Leo in your chart, I strongly suggest you go over and watch the Leo reading. This is the card of Leo. This is the card of absolute joy and happiness. It's the best card in the deck. It really is, because there's nothing about this card that's negative. It's beautiful. It's about going back to your childhood, remembering how beautiful things were, remembering who you were, bringing that with you into this time, and really enjoying life, like really understanding. I think with this, you know, perhaps this card isn't as beautiful as some of the other suns in the other decks, but this particular one still shows you sort of giving abandon or whatever they say. Okay, so there's Two of Wands here. So the reason you're feeling so happy and so joyous here is because you've chosen to move in a different direction. The Two of Wands talks about a brand new path opening for you. So you're no longer walking the path that you've been walking, and you're looking towards something better here. Okay, so there's the High Priestess again. Okay, so some of you now are following your intuition. You're no longer following your logical brain. You're understanding that you have a greater purpose here. Your intuition's opened up. Something's being revealed to you here. Okay, so you may have been through a very dark time. You may have been through the dark night of the soul here. You could have felt very low. This can sometimes denote depression. But there's an offer of love coming to you here after a period of stagnancy, because you've been through a transformation. I feel that this love is your own self-love coming through. It could be that you've worked on a lot of your childhood issues here. But you've started to listen to your intuition, which is really cool. And you've started to let go here. You're letting go of this darkness that surrounded you. Maybe you've started to really look past that here with this intuition. But you're seeing now that your life has more purpose than you did before. So you're embracing your greater purpose. Okay, so the Hierophant is here. So the Hierophant is a card that talks of stability. It's a card of marriage. Let's see why that's come up here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands coming in here. So the Knight of Wands, this card doesn't always get the best rap, because he is the card of the in and out person. So he can sometimes get the reputation of the player or the one night stand here. But I see the Knight of Wands as a card of fast moving passion. For me, he's about going after something here, moving towards something very, very rapidly. He's a very fast mover. So it's like you've found something here and you're going after it. You're not letting anything get in your way. You're being driven by that passion that you have. Yep, see something you're moving away from here with the Six of Swords. Okay, let's put another card down. Okay, so some of you are moving towards being single from marriage here. Some of you are moving towards freedom. Some of you are freeing yourself up from some situation here. I feel that you found some part of yourself that you didn't know was there. Sometimes we can hide. There's a saying, I think, in the Bible about hiding something under a bushel. I can't remember the saying right off now. But it's like you've been hiding yourself here, your true self, behind some darkness. You've been hiding some part of yourself deep within, and you haven't allowed it to come to the surface, and it's coming through now. I don't think you can deny it with this Passion card. I think you're going after what you want now. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles coming out here. So that's about equal give and take. Look at you, Cancer, standing in your element here as the King of Cups. There's conflict though. Some of this is really conflicting with your nature, because you're feeling a fire within you that you haven't felt before, and you've been used to perhaps going within, but perhaps you've been a person who's hidden yourself away. Perhaps you have been indicative of the Cancer being a crab and going back into your shell, and you can't do that anymore because you have this newfound passion. You have this drive, this desire that you haven't had before, and it's really surging to the surface. And that's what I said. I've seen a lot of this in the readings today, where people are starting to discard old patterns, old ways of doing things, shedding the ego. That is what you've been doing. That is what you've been doing here. You've been allowing that part of you to go so you could bring your true self to the surface. Very nice. Okay, Eight of Wands coming in. That's what I said, doing things quick and fast now. Ace of Swords, realizing your truth. Realizing your truth here. Four of Coins, allowing those parts of you that no longer serve you to fall away. Wow, what a nice reading. Okay, so I see you here embracing yourself. This is the person here that you were born. This is the person that you were before the world got its ugly hands on you. I feel that you are choosing now to go back to this person, this inner child. You've nurtured this inner child here. And I think because of that, you are now walking a different pathway. I feel with the High Priestess here, you've allowed something dark in your life here to fall away. And I feel this is definitely self-love here. You found something here through going into this dark night of the soul. You've allowed something to fall away in order to go forward. So I feel strongly here that you're moving away from things that no longer serve you here. I think this Hierophant definitely represents for you the structures, the organizations, the things that have kept you bound. For some of you, this could have been marriage. But you're moving away from these structures now. You're understanding that you have a greater purpose. You're allowing the old ideas, the old teachings to move away. Some of you may have gone away from traditional religion here to move towards more spiritual practices. You are realizing your power here, and you're allowing the ego to fall away so the true self can emerge. And what I have here is you releasing these patterns, these ideas, these ways of doing things. Very similar reading to Leo here. So if you have Leo in your chart, like I said at the beginning, being the Leo card came out, I would go and watch the Leo reading. This is a time for discarding the ego. We've been talking about it for such a long time. Okay, Cancer. How beautiful. You've got a card that looks almost exactly the same colour. It is the card of the hummingbird. It's a card of 26. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit for you here because I think it's really important. The buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. Know that all will be well because the all is in the small. This is about trusting your inner knowing, but not acting on what you know is important now. So this is like saying yes to that invitation to move forward and understanding that this voice is calling you to greater things and allowing yourself to go towards them. I love the all is in the small. Have a great week.